becoming a published author of not one, not two, but soon to be 3 books before the age of 13 is a huge accomplishment. Meet Mary Ann Jensen, my new friend. We've been chatting. Welcome to the show, Mary Ann.
I'm so excited to be here.
Okay, so not only are you adorable and totally stylish, you're also very accomplished.
Yes.
What made you want to start writing books?
I have always loved books, but when I was in kindergarten, I actually wrote my first book called Kindergarten Princess Teacher, and it was so good that I shared it with my class, and that's really when it sparked that, hey, you know, this is kind of fun. I want to do this.
I love it. And all the kindergartners were all for it. And you said, wait a minute, I could start a business doing this.
Yes.
So you wrote your first actual chapter book at what age?
I was 11.
Okay, and that was this one here?
Yes. I also did all the illustrations as well.
You did not? Oh my gosh, the illustrations are so fun. I've been skimming through the book. Tell us a little bit about the plot line.
So this book is about mer-princess Merlea, who gets kidnapped at birth. She's taken to a research facility where she grows up, and then on her 12th birthday, she meets some friends who try to break her out, and as they do so, they find their love for frozen burritos.
Could it get more random? I love that. And I love frozen burritos. So I think this book is like made for me, maybe.
Yes.
Did you have me in mind when you wrote this book?
Yes, of course.
That's so cute. Okay, awesome. And then you also have a brand new series that you're working on.
This is called the Sundance Spring Series. This is book 1. There are 6 main characters, and each book is in a different girl's perspective. So this one is about Megan Fisher. She just recently moved to Sundance Springs, and when she meets the popular girls and gets invited to a sleepover at the popular girls' house, they play a game of Would You Rather that changes her.
So can I ask you about your ideas and where you come up with your creative characters and the plot lines? I know you have a little sister.
She's 9 years old.
Is she involved in all of this?
Yes. My sister Caroline and I, we are best friends, and we love to play Barbies together. So a lot of what we do is, before we sit down and play with Barbies, we figured out whenever we play with dolls, it always works out to have a problem in the story. So we sit down and we say, okay, who do we want to play with this time? Do we want to play with Jackson? Do we want to play with Nick? What should the problem be? Does their basement flood? You know, and then we grab our dolls, we sit down, and then we just play. And then all those plot lines that we play really fall into what I write as well.
How interesting is that? I bet it's fun for your sister to read your books. Is she a big fan?
She is a huge fan and so supportive in me.
I love that. And your parents are involved. Tell everyone how they've sort of helped you along the way.
My mom helps me with all of my edits. So we go through the book and she helps me, you know, tweak words, and it's a really big learning experience. And then my dad, he's a graphic designer, so he helps me like with the layout of the book and helps me put in the pictures. And then while I'm drawing, I say, "Hey Dad, here I have this, but I don't know where to put it." So he kind of helps me with my art. So it's a whole family affair.
I think that is so cool that you found something you can all do together, and you've built a business on Etsy. Is that right?
Yes. You can find me on Etsy at Books by Mary Ann. And my Instagram is at Books by Mary Ann, where you can get all my latest updates about all of my books.
And you're personalizing them too, which is so fun, I think, for your customers. Tell everyone what you do in your books.
So when somebody buys a book, you can put in the name, and then I write in the front of the book your name, and then I will, you know, write a little message, and so that way when you get the book, you know that this is for you, and
it's something
you can
special.
chase your dreams. Yes.
One day that book is going to be a lot of money. It's going to be worth so much when Mary Ann is this huge author, and I can see your potential. You're so well spoken. Thank you for coming and joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Yes, congratulations. Dina, speaking of kids and teenagers, you have a couple of fun events happening this weekend that would be great for them, right?
I do, but I'm so blown away by Mary Ann right now. She's amazing.
I know, she steals the show.
All right, well, this first event sounds like something Mary Ann might approve of. So tomorrow from 10 to 1, you can create your own coloring book at the Kimball Art Center in Park City. In the class, you'll have the opportunity to make your own art.